Hello, my Cancer friends. I'm Ulrich. I'm a Normand card reader, and today we will do your financial card readings. It's more like a psychological financial card reading for the month of July. We will go immediately for it for your financial card reading, my Cancer friends, for the month of July. Hello, my Cancer friends, and welcome to your financial card reading for the month of July. As your first card here, we have a very positive card here. It means that you are probably receiving some additional money. Maybe this is an annual bonus. Maybe this is a vacation bonus that you are about to receive here. But anyway, it means that some extra money is coming to us. It could also be money that we are receiving maybe from one of your parents, or maybe somebody gives us money for certain reasons. Anyway, this means additional money is coming to you in general here, but that is not the question here that this card asks you. This card asks you, what is your plan with this money? Here we see with this card, often we incalculate. If you incalculated this, especially from your work, if you incalculated this already, or you knew this was money is coming, in many cases, we already incalculate this in our budget. So it means that actually the money don't go in our savings account. Maybe you're planning to pay something, or maybe you have certain expenses that you are about to pay, or maybe you want to settle your credit card debts. All things are possible. Maybe even you want to buy a ring for your wife, or maybe you want to buy a gift for your boyfriend. We see all kinds of things here with this combination of cards. But here this card asks us, instead of spending this money, we should reflect a little bit over. Instead of buying a gift, maybe we should consider saving this money for a while. So here this card tells us, before you make a plan, if you don't have immediate expenses, let this money transfer it to your savings account and leave it there for a few months. Then after a few months, you can decide if you don't need this money for something that is urgent then. Sometimes, especially in this uncertain times, things pop up later, and then after we are happy we didn't spend this bonus money or this additional money. So leave it there for a few months in your account, take a break from spending it here, and later on you might have a clearer view for an optimal use that could be in your best interest here, because this card is in your best interest and it tells you to hold on to this money. The next card that we are seeing here is the card of deals. We all like deals, we all like discounts, and many of us, we check out the section of liquidations in the hope to find a beautiful object, a piece of clothing, a pair of shoes. It could also be an electronical gadget, whatever, a second cell phone that you're looking for, maybe a laptop here. But here we see that every time we buy a discounted item, we need to be first sure that this is actually a discount, because sometimes the merchants are very smart and they adjust the price. So you need to make sure, of course, that's for the first that you are having a discount. So don't be overwhelmed and bewitched because if you see something like sales, keep cool and question yourself. Even though the price is reasonable, and the big question with this card is, do you need this? Do you need this additional cell phone? Do you need this extra pair of shoes? Do you need this extra jeans? Here we need to consider if this is really necessary, especially because we have the card of savings here, or saving our money here already. Sometimes also it means that maybe you are the type who's buying in bulk. Bulk buying is very good, but if you buy in bulk, for instance, you go to a store and get additional discount if you buy 4 or 5 pieces, whatever that may be, and then you catch yourself at the end of the month, you give everything away to your neighbor, to your sister, to your brothers, to relatives. This is not the intention. This card tells you, if you cannot consume what you have bought in discount, it's better to not buy the thing at all. It doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot be generous towards your sister, to your family members, but this is the card that you need to put things in context. If you buy it for discount, use it for discount. If you want to give something to your sister, to your relatives, to anybody, that is something else. That is charity. But this card tells you not to buy in bulk if you always catch yourself that you give it away to other people. And this is what we are seeing here. And also coming back here, we need to economize here. We cannot spend things that we don't really need. So don't overflow your house with gadgets that also like small items that you buy in like you feel the need for buying something. And then after you look at the pair of shoes or you look at the jeans and you think, well, maybe it's not exactly what I wanted. And then you see that you bring it yourself to the secondhand stores or you bring the gadget to the secondhand store. This is also the card about that. So don't go into a recycling action. If you buy something, make sure that you really want it and that you really can need it. If you do so, your wallet will improve and you will be able to make more savings. The last card here is the card about our food. What does this card tell us? Well, it tells us that we live in a hectic world and it's important that we eat healthy. Of course, as we know now, the food is very expensive. The food prices are going up. And here this card tells us, despite that the prices are so expensive, so high, we need to eat healthy. We need to take care of our body because we need our body to function. Sometimes also it tells us that maybe in this group, there are people who buy a lot of takeout foods. Why? Well, maybe it's something that is left over out of the lockdowns because a lot of people bought food online, they let it deliver at home, and it's an easy exercise. Everything is delivered at home, you can eat it, you don't have no work, it's very easy. But additionally to that, we need to add, if we do so, that it costs also a lot. Also, this is about buying like gourmet dishes in the supermarket that we don't need to cook here. But if you calculate all these expenses, the takeouts, the finished foods, this card tells us maybe we should cook more ourselves. Maybe before these changes that we all have been through the last 2 years, you cooked more, and maybe now you don't feel the need to cook anymore, or you are in a certain pattern that you actually don't want to cook anymore. But this card tells us actually we should consider cooking more. We should get our pots and pans back out of the closet and start cooking more food for ourselves, especially healthy foods. So here we are asked to cook more ourselves, to eat more healthy. It's not only about the health factor, but it's also that we save money and that we get rid of the expenses from the takeouts. This is what this card is about, because sometimes this card means that we are overspending on food, but not in the right way. It doesn't mean that you cannot spend money on healthy foods. That is not what this card is about. This card is about spending money on food that is healthy. So you should consider here, and you should consider also to restart your cooking. If you are not a cook at all, this card tells us that you should consider learning how to cook. Why is that? Well, because then slowly we can more easily take care of ourselves. We need to learn to cook the basics for taking care of ourselves. It comes in very handy, even if you're a man, even if you're a woman. Just learn the basics from cooking if you don't know, because it will save you a lot of money. Don't always buy takeouts with this card. Learn to cook. There's a lot online, even here on the channel, here on YouTube, you can find a lot of cooking channels. There are basic cooking channels, and you should instruct yourself for taking care of yourself for food. This is what this card is also about. Anyway, my Cancer friends, I hope that you get a little bit wiser out of this short financial philosophical card reading. If you want more information for your life to come, I do also the Lenormand card readings. They are much more in details. It's with 9 cards, a different deck here. And you get a lot of details there for your life, what will happen to you in the coming months. So then we also have the spiritual card readings. They are more like a kind of guides. If there is a difficulty in your life, if there is a certain problem that you want to work out. And if you put the 3 readings together, you have a very clear overview for yourself what is to come there for the coming month. Anyway, my Cancer friends, thank you for watching. Thank you for considering subscribing, and we see each other next time. Bye-bye for now.